I had a situation as well that happened. So obviously my dad doesn't know about this, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it now. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, uncle. Sorry.
My mom knows about this, but my dad doesn't know about this. But I basically got I got a 12-game match ban.
Hey! How are you doing? Come on, bro.
Anyway, welcome to Joga SZN episode.
We don't know the episode.
What episode 14?
We don't know
It's
the
just you.
I don't know the episode.
Welcome to Joga SZN episode 14. It's been a minute, but today we got a special guest in our midst.
Yes, sir.
Y'all might know him, y'all might not know him, but if you don't know, get to know. He's the creator of SouthsideSports.
Yeah.
You know, he's hosted a lot of football events in the city, bringing the city together.
Watch parties. Making a lot of noise, man.
Yeah, making a lot of noise, man.
We respect him a lot, and you know we're just proud of you, bro. We're seeing the growth and everything, so we just thought to get you on. So if you don't mind to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Obviously, name's Xavier. Some people know me as Savo. Some people know me as SouthsideSports. Obviously, I'm joined here with the boys. Obviously, God bless all the boys for getting me on the podcast.
Amen.
And
Hallelujah.
yeah, man. That's
it,
really like not much to say, to be honest.
That's it,
And,
bro.
How you doing, bro? Like how's life been? Past year, how's it been like?
the past year.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Talk to us, man.
Life's been good, bro. It's just that obviously finished college now.
Congrats.
Gonna graduate in November.
Jeez. Pull of us.
Yeah, man. It's just kind of like it's been up and down. Obviously, just like starting this new business. Well, I don't know, to be honest, to call it a business or a sports event, whatever you want to call it, but it's just like just starting all of this. It's been it's been stressful trying to juggle that and college. And then at the same time, obviously playing football. I don't play football anymore. I stopped playing football in like January, March because I got long.
Knee injury, yeah.
Nah, not even injury. Just
Bro, I don't even know how you done it, man.
Politics, yeah.
Bro. Anyways, we'll get to that one. The Irish football is just long, bro. But yeah, like obviously mental's been good. Obviously, that juggling them to uni and SouthsideSports, and then obviously trying to maintain a relationship with Christ as well. So like just juggling everything, and then obviously mental health and all of that. But yeah, man, everything's been good, I suppose. Yeah, not too bad.
So if you don't mind me asking, like what made you get into like starting Southside football and stuff like that?
I knew this question was gonna come. I didn't even
ask questions.
I didn't even expect for this question to come up. But so basically. So this it's a long story, but I'm gonna try to condense it as much as possible. So back in the day, I'd say around growing up. Obviously, I'm from Clondalkin. I'm from Bonog in Clondalkin. I lived there like literally my whole life.
Rough area.
Growing up it was bad, but now it's alright. But I'd say back in the day, me and my mates all from Bonog, so there'd be like different estates in like Bonog, Dean's Rat. So we started this thing called like estate games. So my estate would play against another estate. But obviously I'm not going to say we started it because people were doing it before us, but it's like we actually started getting crowds.
You popularized it.
Yeah, popularized it. So actually I'm going to give a shout out to the person who started. It was my boy Michael. Obviously you know Michael.
Tuna.
Yeah, Tumba, yeah. MA drums. He doesn't play ball anymore. He drums now. He's with Newbury. He started, I remember he was the one
He can ball.
Yeah, bro. Michael used to be a baller, bro. Yeah, he used to be a baller. Michael used to be a baller. He used to be a baller. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember.
Yeah, he used to be a baller. So he started. So he obviously like show all the white boys, get all the black boys playing against the white boys, because obviously Clondalkin is like a very multicultural area where there's a lot of black boys, a lot of white boys, there's a lot of people from different ethnic minorities, and then we always used to play against like all people from different estates in Clondalkin around like Bonog, Cherrywood, that type of area. And then from there, we then started playing against the boys from Lucan. So like we'd play against like James Abankware, Roland Udowu. Remember when obviously Destiny Dele, when he used to play ball, we used to play against him. Just a lot of good players. Prince. He used to kick ball. He's a good player. He was serious back in the day. So I'd say we went from playing estate versus estate just within Clondalkin to now playing ends versus ends. So now it was Clondalkin versus Lucan. So we had a big rivalry with Lucan because Clondalkin and Lucan are right beside each other. So we used to play them all the time. So we'd play Lucan in the Leisure Centre in Clondalkin, and then we'd go over to Lucan to play them at the SDFL. And then from there, then we started to play against Tala. So we played against Tala once or twice. We played them once in Clondalkin, but that one wasn't really like
that game was a scrappy
that
game.
one wasn't really too much. And then we played them at Faircairn. That game, I'll never forget that game, man.
apparently that game was deep.
Bro, them Tala boys. Anyways, I'll come back to that, bro. And then from there, then all like different ends were playing. So obviously that's when like Blanche now start playing against different ends. Like they'd be playing against League Slip, they'd be playing against, I think they played against Swords, they played against Lucan, they played against Tala.
Ballers, isn't it?
Yeah, League
Slip are filled with ballers.
So obviously Gabriel Adebambo, Young Iz when he was playing baller.
Leading do you know Gills?
Who's that?
Gills for Forca. He plays centre mid.
I don't know that. I don't know.
I'll show you after.
But who else? Tino used to play. Tino was class. Who else? Like Big Mike. Like they just have loads of ballers. So now like all the different areas and towns around Dublin and outside of Dublin now like that had a significant number of black people are now starting to play against each other. So this is when we were younger and everybody had time. Everybody was able to go outside. Whatnot. Cool. Then obviously I moved over to England when I was 17. Played ball over there for 4 years, and then I came back when I was 21. So this was last year. And when I came back, I always wanted to do something. Obviously, the main goal for me growing up was to become a footballer, but then kind of fell out. Yeah, like
Get back to the
so like kind of fell out of love with football, and I knew that I didn't just want to do college. Like I didn't just want to do college and then go into my degree and then just get a 9 to 5. So I just I remember I was in work one day actually, where I work now, and I was just like kind of just asking God for ideas, and he just like gave me an idea. He was just like, "Oh, just do like a little like 7-a-side tournament." So that's when I called it Irish Cup Events. So originally my thing was called Irish Cup Events. So I remember I planned everything that day. I went home. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Obviously, I remember. When I came up with the idea, I went home, then I called my boy in Dukes. I was like, in Dukes, I have this idea. I want to do this, I want to do that. And Dukes was like, go for it. I was in Dukes as a barber, so he obviously knows how to run a business and how to do things and plan and stuff. So he was just like, yeah, go on. Like, if you think you can do it, do it. So I remember I booked the Astro, got teams. I think I got a team from Lucan. I got a team from League Slip. I got a team from Clondalkin. I aimed to have around like 8 teams. I only got like 6 teams where I was like, it was calm. And that was actually like really successful. I actually got a lot of people to come down, which is good. And then we decided to do another one. So this time I had the help of my boy in Dukes, and then I had the help of my boy Chinadu. I don't know if you might know Chinadu. He's from Briggs. Don't think it. Yeah, Chinadu. Yeah, he's low key. Yeah. So obviously they helped me plan for the second one. The second one was okay. It didn't go as planned as we wanted it to, but that was okay. And then after that, I was kind of discouraged. I don't know, continue on with it. So I took a long hiatus until one day, I think it was like September, October. I was like, I want to get back into this, but I need to do a few changes. I need to change the name. I need to change the type of things I want to do, because I didn't just want to do small-sided events. If anyone knows me, I hate 5-a-side, I hate 7-a-side. I prefer 11-a-side, because I feel like as a footballer, like 11-a-side is where you really show that you're a baller, not 7-a-side, not 5-a-side. Like I think 5-a-side is just, I just don't like 5-a-sides personally. So then I remember the idea of SouthsideSports came into my head, and but I just didn't know how to execute it. So obviously, when I'd be scrolling on TikTok, I'd be seeing all the videos from France. Like I'd be seeing Muslims versus Christians, and then I'd be seeing, and then I'd be seeing like I'd be seeing all like the different games that they'd be doing in the UK, and then I'd be seeing that they'd be doing like the African Cup of Nations in like the Netherlands and Germany and stuff. And I was like, this is something that I want to do, and this is something that we have never seen in Ireland before. But it's like, how am I gonna like do it? So then the idea of Southside Sports just came into my head. Now Southside Sports obviously comes from the fact that obviously I'm from Clondalkin, and obviously Clondalkin is south of the River Liffey. So that's why I just said Southside Sports. Also, you might have from Northside, innit? So I was just like, yeah, I'll just call it Southside Sports because I'm from South Dublin, well, West Dublin, but south of the River Liffey, and it just rolls off the tongue. So then I was still trying to look for like, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, because it's like, I wanted my thing to be very inclusive, not just for boys, but I wanted women to be involved as well. So both women and men. And I didn't just want it to be for just a particular age. I wanted it to be for like youngers and olders. And then I think this is around the time where football, so this is how I got the idea of the watch parties. So football verbal always used to do his watch parties all the time in the UK.
Football verbal.
Yeah, like shout out football. He helped me a lot actually. He helped me. I reached out to him, and he actually helped me a lot. Yeah, I reached out to him, and he told me what to do with this, how to do that. He's actually a very nice guy, and I was seeing like how the watch parties was so successful in the UK, and I was like, we've never had something like this in Ireland before. Sure. You know, normally in Ireland, if you go out to watch a match, you just go to the pub.
You know how it's
but
like
it's like, as a black person, as someone, like, that's not our spot type of thing, you know what I'm trying to say?
Guys, especially church, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They didn't rate the pub thing, man.
So I was just like, you know what? Like, let me try execute this. So the idea of the watch parties came into mind. So I was like, obviously, first things first, I have to make sure that it's for a big game. So that was the Arsenal and the Real Madrid game, the first game. I remember just planning the watch party. It was just like, I was kind of like afraid because I was like, people are just talking nonsense. People are down. And obviously, you might remember the GC that day. Bro, people are violating. I was even thinking.
Yo, you know why it was so bad, yeah? Because if y'all don't know, to give you a little bit of context, right? So I've got out to the group chat, and then I think someone sent it in for the watch party to go buy tickets. And then he was in the GC. All the boys in the GC started chatting shit like, bro, guys, they were like, guys, what the hell is this? You know, how do you gonna pay for this shit?
Someone was like, why would I pay when I can stream this in my yard?
You know what happened? Yeah, someone was like, oh, he's here, say it to his face.
Say it to him now.
Bro.
Get the open chat.
Nah, you know what killed me? Someone said it's gonna be taken from Total Sport Tech. That killed me, man.
Yeah, because it's just like, I'm not even that. I remember I'm in another group chat like just full of Arsenal fans in the UK and all. And even when I sent it, imagine there was a fella from Ireland as well there. He was like, oh yeah, like I seen you doing your thing. But even he was violating as well. Like, what are you saying?
That's how it is. Do your thing, and then those things. Oh, you're not there.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I was just like,
that's how it always is, man.
Bro. And even like just a lot of people in general were just like, I remember when I was posting it, promoting it. I remember like the first 2 weeks of me promoting it, I was like, boys, like, to tell you the truth, like I think I got like less than 10 ticket sales. Less than 10. I was even thinking, I was even there thinking like, yeah, boy.
No, why are you laughing though?
Like I was thinking,
no,
like I was thinking like, here, boys.
Wait, 10?
Bro, 10, bro. Let's 10, bro.
Like 10 is too small, man.
Bro, 10. Like I remember originally, when I first started a watch party, I was thinking, oh yeah, there's DJ, there's food, there's this. I'm thinking, I'm gonna hit a lick, boys.
Yeah, of course.
And then first 2 weeks, bro, humbled me. Bro, humbled me. And not even that, like I'm having people, it clearly says watch party. I'm having people text me, oh, what's a watch party?
So they're just buying.
Like,
they don't even know what they're
bro, I remember there's one girl, I sent the poster to her, and she goes, I don't even know what that is. What's Galacticos and the Gunners? I was like, bro, you see Saka there, you see Bellingham there. You can't tell me you don't know who they play for. It clearly says Arsenal, Real Madrid. Like, do you know what I mean? And then, obviously, that first one, by the grace of God, that went off.
So
like,
good,
that went off. It helped that we won as well. By the scoreline, we won as well.
Them Deckers free kicks as well.
Bro. And then,
successful hate watch, man.
And then from there, like I remember after the first watch party, that was like, okay, now like my foot is like in the door a bit. Then the second watch party is when I said, like I'm not even gone clear at the moment. Like I'm still like getting there. Like I'm not even where I want to be, but that was like, yeah. Cause see, for the second watch party, yeah, I think I only started promoting that a couple of days before the event.
Yeah.
The first 3 phases sold out in 2 days.
Man.
That's by the grace of God.
We love us.
The first 3 phases
I
sold
remember
out.
I texted you, I was like, man, release more.
Release more, and then even after the final phase sold out,
Yeah.
I was still having people coming out the door saying like, can I get in? I was just like, yeah, come on. Obviously, you have to pay this amount. But the Arsenal and Real Madrid second leg, I think there was over 100 people there.
Nah, that's
Gara.
And then for the Arsenal and PSG game, the first leg, that was my highest selling one. Even though we lost, I think there was
them booze, bro.
I think there was like 120 plus people in that room.
You all know how small that room is.
That
as
room
well.
is
100 people is a lot for
A
that
lot.
room. But even like 50 people be a lot for that room. So like
yeah.
for you to be able to sell 100 ticket plus, bro, that's tops, man. Like
So like
from 10 to 100, man, we love it, man.
literally, so like
The
obviously,
Lord magnified you 10 times. 10
yeah,
times.
literally, like it's
PK.
everything is just by the grace of God. To be honest, you know, everything is literally by the grace of God. Like He's the one that gave me the idea to just start Southside Sports, and then obviously the football season came to an end,
Yeah.
and then now I was kind of stuck, and then I was like, okay, the watch parties are over now. And I didn't want to keep doing them as well.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want people to think that,
See,
it's just watch
your
parties.
brand, yeah.
So even with the cup events, boys, to tell you the truth, yeah, the cup events was the most rushed thing I've ever done. I only started promoting the cup events, like, you know, I only booked everything I needed to book like 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
The cup events was on 2nd of June. I only decided that it's going to be on the 2nd of June, which is Monday bank holiday, 2 week, like the 2 Mondays before that.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, okay, when are all the ballers going to be back? Because the mistake I made for the second edition of cup events last year was that I didn't know when, obviously all the ballers from England went back, but then all the ballers from Ireland were either back in season or back in pre-season, because obviously a lot of League of Ireland ballers would be in season, then a lot of the top LSL ballers, whether it's first division, second division, third division, would be in pre-season, then all the ballers from the UK would have been back in the UK. So obviously my whole thing is obviously to have people, it doesn't matter what level you are, but at the same time it's like you need quality, do you know what I mean? Like you need quality, like you can't have people that can't kick snow off a rope playing your football tournament, you know what I'm trying to say? So obviously I was just like, okay.
That's you, yeah. That's you.
So yeah, no, cup events was just like I was just like so yeah, I was just like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rent this venue, get these reps. So I made sure that I got proper reps, because obviously you know yourself playing ball against Knicks.
Yeah,
When you have revs that are from ends, it's
never working. It's never working.
Like, and I know this, and because again, coming back to Tala, when we played Tala and Faircare, funny enough, the ref that cheated us, he wasn't even black, he was white. I'm not gonna say his name though, but he was white. But when you have boys from the area that are reffing the games, it's rigged. It's rigged.
It's a disgrace.
It's rigged. So I made sure to get proper like LOI, FAI licensed refs. Made sure that the pitches, like it was 2 11-a-side pitches beside each other. So obviously, luckily enough, we actually have that in Southside and Adamstown, provided by the South Dublin County Council. So obviously, shout out to them. And then just made sure to get all the teams. Now, I only plan to have 8 teams, because I remember again when I first mentioned cup events, I remember people are telling me, how's that even make sense? How are you gonna do 11-a-side? That's not gonna work. One thing I'll say is that if you have an idea, just do it. Just do it. Because the same people that are saying that now are now they want to play. They want to play. So obviously, I remember when I first promoted it, when I first promoted the cup events, in terms of the footballing side, it was grand. Like I ended up getting 11 teams. That was even more than I expected. But when it came to like the ticket sales, however, that's when black people became black people. People are texting me saying, "A tenner for a ticket, hardly." And I'm
They're trying to negotiate tickets.
bro.
that's poor.
I'm there like. But anyways, we have a lot of time, because boys I'm there debating with people saying like, bro, like you don't even know what I'm paying for. Like you actually don't know what I'm paying for. You're on about a tenner, bro. A tenner is nothing. We all work, no? People are going on a tenner. That's a bit too much. People are looking for a discount, bro. Shut the hell up. Don't ask me for a discount. You know what I mean? So.
And there's people that don't even know you that be like, oh, Savo, yeah, bro.
Bro,
show us a discount.
That's crazy though.
So I was at that point then because where like I remember something switched for me. So I remember with the watch parties, it's more about the attendance rather than the game. Obviously, if Arsenal are playing, then obviously I care about the game, but I care about the attendance as well. But with the tournament, I actually found myself originally caring about the attendance rather than the quality of the tournament. But then when I seen people actually now complain about a tenner, I was like, wait, let me. And bear in mind that tenner came with this hat. Well, not this hat per se, but you could get this hat discounted. This is Olga Chuks, and then you could also get. Oh, shout out Olga Chuks, by the way. She partnered with me for the couple events, and then there was also food being served by Lia's Cuisine. So you have the chance to get discounted skull cap and food. Just for a tenner.
Like,
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, like, you'd have to pay as well, but it's like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Discounts, like, so I was like, when I found that people were complaining about the pricing of the thing, then my focus switched, and this was right then, my focus switched from, I actually care more about the quality of the tournament than the number of people that come, because the number of people that come will only be positive if the tournament is positive. If the tournament is poor, then the people won't increase. So now I start putting more emphasis on like the amount of players that should come. So I said minimum 14 players, so then you can have bench. I started like trying to arrange like the fixtures. I made sure that the draw was live so that no one can say that I rigged it. I made sure that the tournament itself, the football itself, was quality. I went into the shops, bought proper footballs, bibs to differentiate. Again, like I said, proper refs with linos, everything. And then on that day, by the grace of God, like I even remember, like I even said to myself, I only proper promoted the cup events once. So that was the day I announced it. So when I announced it, I done a video on the pitch. Obviously, my boy helped me out. Shout out Mr. Torty, Daniel Olukun. He helped me bad. Posted that video within like seconds. Then that video ended up getting like 10K plus views and like less than like I don't even know. And I think currently now it's on like 16 or 17K views, grand. Then the poster as well. Then that was the only time I promoted it. Because I was just like, I'll just leave it to God. And then I remember even thinking even the day before, should I just share it out one more time? I was like, nah, because I just had too much faith in God that people are going to come anyways. Boys, when I tell you, obviously you man were meant to come in there. When I tell you, I got there, all the teams were there, good. But then obviously, the people that were helping me out the door, they were like, Savo, are these people all for you? I was just like, this is God, bro. Bro, I think there was more than like 200, even touching 200 people there just watching and playing. Like, it's crazy. That's crazy.
You even done that a good time, because I know a couple of the guys that I know that play League of Ireland. Everyone's on a break this week.
Boys,
everyone's on
when
a break
I tell you the quality that was at that tournament,
you had like Millwall players.
Jesus Christ, boys. Championship players, League of Ireland players, top LSL players, boys. The quality of the tournament was unbelievable. And especially what made it even go like better was the fact that I don't know if there's ever been an 11-a-side tournament on that scale before in this country. I don't know. Like if there has been, someone let me know. But I don't think there's been an 11-a-side tournament on that scale. And again, all glory be to God. And boys, let me tell you, yes, God is wonderful, right? I even forget the scripture, but I remember the night before, me and Olga prayed.
Right here.
me and Olga. I think it's from the book of First Kings. So it's basically Elisha like telling the rain not to keep pouring. I remember we read that because I remember the week before I read that I seen on the weather app that it was gonna rain. And I was kind of stressed because I was like, oh, that might deter people from coming. So I remember that whole week was just raining. Then the day before, me, Olga, and my boy Manny, we called and we're like, one of our prayers was like, God, let it not rain. Just like as I said in the book of, I think, First Kings.
That's First Kings.
And then, boys, the whole day didn't rain. You know, it only started raining when the competition finished.
Amen.
Bro, God is like, it was crazy, boys. It was good and just amazing. Just the quality, like, bro, no, boys, honestly, the quality of the like even the players that were following me back on my personal page and my business page. I'm thinking, wait, boys, internationals, bro. Like one of the boys that was plays for Lithuania, boys.
Yeah.
And then even on my team, had like 2 Irish internationals. You know, even the team we beat in the semi-finals. Obviously, I know they're gonna watch and say that we rigged it, but we didn't. But the team we beat in the semi-finals, boys, Watford player, Athlone first team player, flipping Ipswich player, boys, it was crazy.
That name's a Bangkok fella, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's cool.
yeah. From Watford, yeah. But then he was playing for Uptown. They were the eventual winners. The team we played in the semis were my boys' team, Chinadu. That team was block ballers. They had Edwin Agbaje. They had Edmund. Edmund played. Obviously, Edmund's a baller. I think he's with Eden Derry. He's a baller. And they had Nixon, who plays for Watford. They had Agbo, who plays for Agbo. If you seen the goal he scored, guy.
Can I actually ask you this? Yeah. Is there a huge difference between like your regular, like, you know, LSL player versus like your championship level player? Like, for example, you said you had like LSL players, like the Leinster Senior League players.
Yeah.
And then you had obviously like championship players that are playing over in England.
Yeah.
When it goes to like quality difference, could you notice on the pitch that there was a huge difference between quality, or was it just like not really?
Where everyone was
Was
just
everyone
like-
just like
just the same.
I would
same.
say everyone was on the same level. Do you know why?
really?
Because, and obviously this is going to sound fried, but I know what I'm saying, right? Because the best team in the competition didn't even make the semis. And the best team in the competition was Compound FC. That's all, the Crumlin boys. Shout out my boy Abel. That was his team. That team had Troy Steadman. I went to secondary school with him, Jim Castle. Baller. I think he plays for Old County. That team had Keane Corby. Obviously, Keane Corby's playing up in the north for Ballymena.
Yeah.
They had, I think, Owen Rowe, Jack Winters.
Yeah.
These are all like LSL players.
Yeah.
Boys, the way they beat us in the group stage. They beat us 2-1. Bro, the way they bopped us, the understanding, bro, it was like they should have won the competition.
Yeah.
They bopped. I was thinking, what the hell is this, boys? They bopped us, boys. Like they actually, like I was like, damn. But obviously, like in like let's say like if they were to play against like a full team of championship players, then obviously they would be found out, obviously.
Yeah, but like player for player.
Player for player, like you wouldn't be able to
You think they go
tell.
band for band, or
Yeah, you won't be able to tell the difference.
really?
Like, boys, see these
Seriously?
white boys. Yeah, when it comes to ball, these white boys are unbelievable at football.
Bro, they're the truth, bro.
Yeah.
They're the
All
truth.
these gratos, they're unbelievable at football.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now,
So the
boys.
midfielders, you know, them was
Bro,
It's early.
bro.
This Browns, man, were always ballers.
Like,
man.
and the thing is,
if they took it seriously,
and the thing is with that Crumlin team, yeah, they weren't even fast. They were just techie, and they had unbelievable IQ. Just tech, just get the ball, bounce it, get the ball, switch, shoot. Like they were too good, and they didn't even qualify. They dropped points to one team from town. This team was a YG's team, but even on that YG team that were playing, bro, they had 3 Ireland internationals their age.
Damn.
3 Ireland internationals at under 16, 17 level that were playing in my tournament, bro. It was unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think anyone has done an 11-a-side tournament to the level that I've done.
Definitely not with the names.
Not with the names, anyways. And
Like,
look, at the end of the day, it's by the grace of God. You know, it's by the grace of
God
God.
was you.
That's crazy. I think the next level you have to start filming it. I don't know if you.
Did you guys want to film?
yeah, one of those Devo
Yeah,
You
drone or
need. I think at this
Yeah.
point you actually. I think you need that, bro.
Yeah.
broadcasters.
Yeah,
So,
'cause-
Yeah,
So everyone can see the talent and obviously the event
Yeah.
itself.
Easy enough to set up though.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I was happy that happened because, like, again, like I was kind of stressed going into the summer because I was thinking, okay, the watch parties are finished, so what am I gonna do next? Because I'm not a clubbing type of person. I'm not like a party person. Like I don't go clubbing. I haven't been clubbing in like 3 years, so it'd be easy for me to say, oh yeah, Jersey party.
yeah.
But I think Jersey party is it's too worldly for me. Not to say I'm not perfect Christian, by the way, but like it's rinse as well. Do you get me? So obviously now that the cup events has come, it's like now that's kind of like put my name there. Now everyone is saying Sabo, Southside Sports. You know,
Another one.
Yeah. And obviously, like earlier, you mentioned that you used to play ball, right? You went to England for a little bit. Yeah. Talk about like how was that like? Because you know, back in the day, like you had so many people from Ireland obviously going over to England.
Yeah.
You know, they go over there, you never hear about them ever again.
Yeah.
Like, they stay there, do whatever, right? So it's like you being from Dublin, or be from Dublin, be from Clondalkin, obviously going over to England.
Yeah.
What was it like over there? You know,
And what team did you play
and
for?
like what
while
team
you
you
were
play
over
for as well?
Politics
So
was
good.
there, like.
Yeah,
anything,
so when I first moved over, when I was 17, so I left after the junior cert. And I left with two of my boys. We went over to a little town just outside of Sunderland called Stockton. And we played for Durham. We were with their first team, but these were like low level, like non-league.
Yeah.
And then a situation happened with that, like something to do with the chairman. And then our manager at the time was Didier Ragat. I don't know if you might know him. He used to play for Celtic and Aston Villa and Newcastle. So
How long ago was this? The 60s?
nah. He played in the early 2000s for Celtic. Yeah,
Nah, doesn't sound
Probably
doesn't
by
sound
face, you
familiar.
probably might.
yeah. He's a French international. He's from the island of Réunion. So like Réunion is just off the coast of Africa. So obviously he managed to get links in the UK, and he brought us over to Carlisle's development squad. So I spent like a couple of months over at Carlisle's development squad. The issue was that I had no international clearance, because you have to have international clearance, because obviously I'm not from the UK, and then also COVID.
Explain that.
So
I don't know what that is.
international clearance means that when you're coming over from a different country to another country,
Yeah.
basically like the FA or FIFA basically have to clear you to be able to play. Without that, you're not able to play. So it's like a visa basically.
Yeah.
So you basically have to get a visa to be able to play. So for a load of months, like, we were just training. And I remember when I was at Carlisle's Development Academy, it was like, that was my first time like training like full time. Like, and then that was where I began training full time every day for like 3 years. So just full time training, Monday to Friday. At Carlisle, we trained twice every day. So we'd have a session in the morning, do gym, have a session in the afternoon, go home, repeat. But we couldn't play games because of COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, couldn't play games because of COVID. And I remember there was a point where we came home for a couple of months and then we went back as well. Then I remember I was actually, like, I was playing, like, I was balling. I remember there was one time we played against Bolton, and I played quality in that game, and they were all rating me. Like, that was the thing I didn't get about football. Like I believe like I was a very talented player. I was fast, I was strong, I was very good on the ball, good dribbler. But it's just like, I don't know, like I just felt like, bro, like politics, bro.
Yeah.
And then I remember towards the reason why I left Carlisle was because remember I had a meeting with the head with the head of academy or whatever, and he was just basically saying to me, like, I think it's due to my age as well, because I was like on the older side of the academy. It's like, if you want to go pro, we don't think here is the best place for you to stay. And I was just like, do you know what? Yeah, if I'm getting told that, I'm bouncing.
Yeah.
So, by the grace of God, I got an opportunity, like straight after that, to go to a non-league team called Chippenham. Obviously, Chippenham are in what they in Conference South, so that's the 6th tier of English football. So that's step 2. So that's like 2 leagues below League 2.
Yeah.
So I got the chance to go there, and that's where I met like all the boys I'm like mates with, like for locked in, like for life now. So like obviously like Ruben, Toba, Raz, Ola, Baldwin, Don, all them boys. So obviously signed with Chippenham in 2021, signed with their academy, was playing with their 23s. It was difficult, boys, I'm not gonna lie, like it was difficult because it's like, that's when like it was just difficult, like just a lot of things happened. So remember when I first went there, like I was optimistic, I was good, like everything. Then I got COVID. Then it was when I got COVID, that's when kind of the downfall started from there. So when I came back, struggling with fitness, couldn't get into the team, everything like that. And then I had a situation as well that happened. So my dad doesn't know about this, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it now. It doesn't matter.
excuses.
Sorry, uncle. Sorry,
Sorry,
Obviously,
Link straight to him.
my ma-
Straight to WhatsApp.
my man knows about this, but my dad doesn't know about this. But I basically got I got I got a 12-game match ban.
So how are you doing? Driving.
Eric Cantona.
Headbutt someone.
I got a 12-game match ban for being racist to another black person.
Explain, bro.
You have to get into that, bro.
So I'm obviously
Wait. So you got banned for being racist to another black person?
yeah, I called him a black hunter. No, because
No, give some context.
Because-
What the hell did this happen?
you see in Ireland, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, of course. It was a black
But I didn't know that in the UK that
They don't do
they don't do that, even if it's black on black.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was I had just started to get back into the team again, and I was doing really well, boys. In training, I was doing really well. Then I came on left back. I remember I had a good game, and then this fella here, like, I don't even want to. The fella that I had the altercation with, yeah, we're playing a team from London. I can't remember their name now, but we're playing a team from London. I know how London boys are, like, it's like they're jealous of Irish boys. They always like to slag the accent, bro. So he's obviously now trying to imitate me. I'm obviously telling him to shut the hell up, this, that. Call him a rat. Obviously, that's when my proper Dubliners come out. So I'm calling him a rat, this, that. We're just going back and forth. And then obviously now, like, he's obviously said something. Then I just goes, you black cunt. Then
Like a proper townie.
yeah. then he's obviously said, ref. He called me a black cunt. Like, bro, in his accent, yeah. In his accent, yeah. He goes, ref. You call me a black cunt. Then I goes, dumb. I said, yeah. I just turned around. I just said, hey. I just started walking. Yeah. Then the ref stops the game.
Oh my god.
The ref was like, the ref brought me over. I was like, man, I didn't say anything. Boys, you know that game got abandoned, bro.
Same us.
I promise you, if you ask any of the man, them boys, it got abandoned. Bro, the fella was like, he called me a black cunt, this, that. But I was like, boy, I didn't call him anything, this, that. Obviously, like, I'm like, I know I called him. I didn't call him anything.
Boy, got too serious.
Then I'm like, at that point, when the game got abandoned now, I'm thinking I'm stressed because we're winning when this happened. Because because when I came on, we were chasing the victory because we won the league that season. So obviously this is when we went unbeaten and well, not went unbeaten, but this was a period where we're going unbeaten. And obviously we had just entered the lead, and then that happened. Got to the dressing room now. I'm walking to the dressing room. The fella's there waiting for me. Obviously all the man them are there already. I just walked past the fella. The man them activated. Bam! Smack, bro. Both teams are fighting. I'm there chilling in the dressing room. I'm just like, I'm stressed. I don't even care to fight. And everyone that knows me, boys, I love fighting. At that point, I was just like,
Look at him, man.
boy, I was just like,
Love to fight.
do you know what I mean? I was just like, look, I'm just like, nah, like I'm stressed because I just got this game abandoned.
Bro's head is in the swivel.
Everyone's there throwing hawks, bah. Everyone's like, get off me, this, that. Boys, I was just like, then obviously that got settled down. Then the manager, I'm not gonna mention his name because that one's for a different day. He comes in and he just starts ripping into me. Fella goes, look, if I find out that you actually said what you said, you'll be on the first flight back to Dublin.
Oh, wow.
Guy. Boys.
Are you sure?
Boys, I start crying.
That's deeper.
Boys.
Deeper.
Because at that point,
That's everything you're working for.
because at that point I'm thinking, I've come here to get a pro contract and it's just gone out the window.
Yeah. Literally, like.
For the next couple of weeks, for the next couple of days after that, yeah, obviously.
This guy's dying.
So the next couple of days, yeah, the fella's reassured. Obviously, my manager was like, "Oh, look, did you really say that? This, that. Cool." Like he knows I've said it, but he's like, "Look, we're gonna try to protect you as soon as possible." The fella was trying shit. The fella did not protect me for dust. Obviously, the FA got in contact with me. Then obviously they told me that my hearing's on this day. Yada, cool. So I remember my manager was like, yeah, we're gonna be there for you, this, that. Boys, I kid you not, yeah, I had an FA hearing like on my laptop or whatever. My manager wasn't there, boys. It was just me.
Nothing to do.
It was just me and 4 other people. So I had the hearing.
I said, yeah, you're your old boy.
The result already.
Bro, like, and so what happened was during the hearing, they played the video. They played the video, but luckily for me, well, not lucky for me because I still got caught at the end of the day, but
It was inaudible.
during the video, it was inaudible. So at that point, I was thinking I was busting case because obviously we recorded on VO.
Yeah.
And obviously VO picks up sound.
Yeah.
Now I think because we played at home, so the club's obviously giving them the recording of the match, but it's inaudible. So how they ended up grabbing me was that because I didn't protest that I didn't say it, it made it look like I did say it. If that, so for example, let's say if I called you that, you went over to the referee, said I called you that, but then if I'd have went over and was like, this fella's talking rubbish, that would have made my case better. But because in the video he said he went up to the ref, he was like, he called me this, and I didn't react because I'm thinking it's not deep. I'm thinking like I'm not thinking it's gonna get abandoned.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what they were like. Yeah, like we come to the conclusion that
So just because of body language, like
just because I got done because of body language, boys. Literally.
That is so long.
Then
Did you ever
obviously,
appeal this though?
nah, I didn't need.
no point.
I didn't need to because luckily enough,
But still though, like
luckily enough, right? So obviously in the FA they have a history checker, so to see if you've ever got in trouble before. So luckily enough, they were actually not kind enough, but they ended up reducing my 12-game ban to 7-game ban. But now the issue with that was that my 7-game ban only applied for the 23s. So like it didn't apply for the, and I was eligible to play for the younger ages as well. So, but it had to be just the 23s. But the problem with that was that games were getting cancelled because it was winter time. So 7 games should have been 7 weeks. But I didn't play football competitively again for 3 months. So I was stuck at home for 3 months, just training every single day.
you're not training with your team though.
I was training with my team, I could train my team, but
you
I just couldn't like play competitively. And it just killed me because like I was like, all the boys are doing so well. Ola was doing so well playing first team. Raz was banging in goals. Baldwin was doing well. Toba doing well. Ruben doing well. And I was just like stuck at home. Don was doing well. I think Don and Ola made their first team debut around that time. They're all just doing well. I was just like, oh, like it's just kind of shit. And like time and time again, I kept saying to myself, like, no, like I'm gonna come out from this. And then obviously that was that season done. Then when I came back towards the end of the season. Went home, I was like, okay, let me reset. Then I remember I came back again for pre-season. So this was 2023 season. I think it was the season where Arsenal balled the league. So that was
They done it twice, bro.
Yeah.
So which one?
the first one. So obviously that season was a weird one for me because when I first came in pre-season, I know my manager wasn't really expecting nothing from me, but I done well in the fitness test pre-season. I done well. I was just doing well in everything. Then even training, boys, like I was getting told I was the best player in training every day. But my manager wasn't playing me. But the coach was gassing me. But the manager still wasn't playing me. So he decided to. So I went out on loan, and this is where it just got along. This is where I just said, yeah, football is just like not it. I went out on loan, and I went out to a team. I went on loan to a team called I can't remember the team. But they were like a couple of leagues below Chippenham. And my debut I played class, boys. I nearly scored as well. I played class. And the manager was like, yeah, like we want you. Now, this is a piece of advice to younger people, by the way. If you go out on loan and a manager tells you the amount of games you're going to play, just listen. Just listen. Obviously, me being the big egotistical bastard, I'm thinking that, no, like I'm coming out on loan. I want to play. Like I need to play. The fella's obviously telling me. And you know, the non-league season is long. Like they'll play like 45, 50 games a year. He's telling me, yeah, we'll look to start you in about 17 games this season. I'm thinking, wait, 17? So I came down to this level to play 17 games. Bear in mind, that level is hard, boys. But I'm thinking that because I'm coming from a better team, I need to start every game. But obviously, there's players there that again played proper wages as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like even players there, like some of them are on full-time contracts at that level. So, like, I remember, and I messed up for myself because I won't say I messed up for myself. That manager was just a dickhead, anyways. But it was just like he's just a weirdo. So that week, we were playing in the FA Cup, and I was meant to make my FA Cup debut that week, and my dad was meant to come and watch me as well. Literally like a couple of days before, like the fellow was like, yeah, like I go, so I'm looking for another club, because if you can't guarantee that you're gonna play me, like start me, I'm gone. And he was just like, yeah, grand, see you later.
I want like, what position did you play though?
Right back.
Right back.
But originally growing up, I was a midfielder. Well, I was a 10 and a winger, but then I dropped to right back when I played for Drogheda. So I played for Drogheda, LOI when I was under 17s, and then obviously from there I was just like, okay, let me just stick to right back. So yeah, so the week I was meant to play in the FA Cup, I didn't have a team, so I had to obviously go back to my parent club anyways. But how it worked was you train full time with your parent club anyways, and then just play matches with them. But then I trained sometimes with them as well. So then I went back to the 23s, was training again, and I told my manager, look, I want to go on loan again. So I went down another loan. So this time I went on loan with my boy Ruben, because a lot of the players on our 23s got sent on loan to that club. That club was called Broadford, and they were challenging for the league at that point. And I remember I came in and I was mashing work like in the warm up and everything, but sometimes I wasn't even getting like into the matchday squad. Remember this one vexed me, boys. So I remember I went to Carney 2022, 2023. Yeah, I linked with all the boys in London, and then obviously that's Bank Holiday Monday. And for some reason, non-league they always play Bank Holiday Monday. So I was like, okay, boys, like, okay, I need to go back, because obviously, like, I wanted to show like a bit of professionalism. So I was obviously, and where I lived
you going there in the first place was unprofessional.
Well, all right, Carney.
There was no savage.
Nah, see them times, yeah, I'm like, Carney. So obviously,
couldn't miss it, man.
So obviously, yeah, Bank Holiday Monday. I remember I went Carney, and I remember I linked up with a couple of the boys, and obviously linked up with Sinclair as well, because this was when Sinclair was at QPR.
Yeah.
So obviously,
he's a Celtic right at Rangers, is it?
No, he's at
Bristol
Rovers.
No, Bristol City.
Who's the guy at QPR? No, sorry, the guy. Oh yeah, wait. There's an Irish guy. There's a black Irish guy on Celtic or the Rangers as well. Am I tripping?
Yeah, Celtic. Adam Ida. Adam Ida is on.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
But obviously, this one Sinclair was at QPR, so obviously we obviously needed dash now, because I had my match the day after, and obviously Sinclair had training the morning after. Yeah. So imagine my bus going back to Chippenham, because I lived in Chippenham, which is outside of Bristol, in between Bristol and Swindon, and London was like a 2.5 hour coach journey. So imagine we're leaving Carney now. Obviously, I don't know if you guys have been to Carney before, but there's no reception and there's no taxis. So you have to walk and then get a taxi. And then me and Sinclair got a taxi. Boys, my bus was at 10 p.m. I got stuck in traffic for 2 hours. I missed my bus. And that was the last bus going back to Chippenham. So I had to go back to my boys to come and sleep, and then wake up early and catch the earliest bus back to Chippenham. So I got back to Chippenham at 8 a.m. Had to go home. I didn't even sleep properly. Woke up for 1 o'clock meet for 3 p.m. kickoff. Just to get told I'm not in the match squad.
That's dark.
Flipping tables.
And Monday.
I swear they're supposed to tell you this the day before.
They're supposed to.
Yeah.
They're supposed to, but that manager just only done it on the day. So you'd come up thinking that you'd come up doing the warm up thinking that you're in the match squad, and you're not in the match squad. Yeah. And the worst part is that Monday Carney was the day for Carney. It's Monday and Sunday, but obviously that was the past now. Obviously, do you get me? But yeah, so and then I left that club, went back to my parent club. Then I went again. I went on loan 3 times that same season, boys. How can I go on loan 3 times
in one season?
And I played a combined 10 games or something. And the club I went on loan for were struggling for relegation. You think that I'm playing? Boys, it was that bad that the manager of my 3rd loan club didn't even go training. My assistant manager was the one training us. All the boys would always see me training and be like, "You need to start," and I wasn't getting played. Obviously, fast forward, my time in England came to an end. Decided to come back to Ireland. I remember coming back to Ireland, I was scared, because I was like, I spent 3-4 years here. And I feel like I'm a failure now because I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve in the first place. And at that point, I had no direction, had no money, had no job. I just felt hopeless, boys.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's when God was with me the most.
Yeah.
And and then obviously fast forward, I'm here now, comfy, everything's grand by the grace of God.
You guys plans.
Amen.
Yeah, but more time, that's the part that a lot of people don't hear about. I want to become footballers. A lot of people don't hear. They only just see the the Rashfords, the Ronaldos, the Messi. They always see the top players, but they don't see the players that are struggling to get minutes in League Two,
Bro.
even though they're class.
Bro.
Like you were saying that, bro. You're always the best on the team, you're always the best in the training, but you still couldn't get minutes.
Bro.
People don't see that, and if you're not strong mentally to be able to keep on going, during those
literally.
difficult periods, then it's like.
And you know the worst part is when my mom would ring, she'd ask me about how my football is, and I was just you couldn't
even speak to her.
couldn't even say. And not even that, yeah. Let's say I'll be speaking to a girl or something. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, how's football?" or did you get paid this week? Just rubbish like that, boys.
Only there for the lifestyle.
Is it me or the lifestyle, man?
Yeah.
Any reason you didn't look for a transfer rather than all the loans that you're going?
I would say because I think I was too comfy there
At that parent
at
club.
that parent club, and obviously they were also giving me education as well.
Okay.
So that's why. So I done 2 years part-time uni there as well. So I was like, okay, because I have the uni backup, let me stay here and get that done just in case I come back to Ireland. And that was the one thing that benefited me, because when I came back to Ireland, I was able to skip what I needed to skip and just go straight in, because I'd already done 2 years. I was able to do advanced entry in Ireland anyways, so obviously thanks to the uni that I done, and that's why I'm finished now. Yeah.
That's sick, man. But for the people that don't know, what team you support?
Arsenal.
Let's get to it.
Let's get into it, man.
Arsenal. But first and foremost, your neighbours up north. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neighbours. Right?
Champions of Europe, you'll
Champions
never
of
say
Europe.
that, bro.
You guys have never signed on your lives. I mean, I know you like to claim. I know you like to claim your Cup Winners' Cup.
The Cup Winners' Cup is a trophy, boys. It's a trophy.
Stop
Let's explain.
Let's get into the facts.
Okay, why is it a trophy? Let's go.
Let's get into the facts. Just because something doesn't exist anymore, it doesn't mean it's
Champions
not a
of Europe,
trophy.
you'll never sing that.
No, but you
not here anymore.
No, but then does that, okay, for example, let's say with Brazil and the Confederations Cup, are we just gonna discount Brazil's Confederations Cups? No.
Yeah,
the
but
Confederations
think
Cup
about
doesn't
it though.
exist anymore.
One time, Brazilians are never going to claim that because they've won the World Cup, they've won the Copa America, they've won the big competitions. They're not going to claim that.
No, I'm not claiming the Cup Winners' Cup. I'm just saying that if you're gonna say that we have no European trophies, at least be factual. We have one.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna ask you the question. Yeah, were you one of those ones who were saying to City fans that you guys have never won anything?
100%.
No.
Why are you lying?
I'm not.
Let's be honest, bro.
No, because I know, bro, I'm a football historian, bro. I know that City have European trophies even before the Champions League. I think they won the Cup Winners' Cup as well.
But you do know, obviously, when we talk about European trophies,
You're talking about Champions League and Europa League. I understand that.
Yeah,
but would you not count the Super Cup then as a European trophy?
Yes, you would count the Super Cup.
Why wouldn't you?
but that's standard. That's standard. They're the three. You say Super Cup, Champions League, Europa League. They're the standard for the elite clubs. So obviously, for an elite club, if you support an elite club and you're bringing Cup Winners' Cup,
I understand. Yeah, no, you wouldn't bring it up, but it's just facts. I only deal with facts, boys.
I mean, you could say that's facts. You could, but let's keep it real. In everyday football fandom language, when we're talking about European,
you're not gonna mention Cup. I understand that.
The only reason why you are talking about that is because you just haven't won anything meaningful.
100%. I agree with you.
But that's what I don't like, though.
But what I'm trying to say is, don't say we haven't won a European trophy when we have.
No.
We have. We've won the Cup Winners'
the
Cup.
elites, they don't class up. They don't talk about.
I understand that, but you can't say, look. If there's one thing to say something, but you have to back up with facts. If you don't have facts to back up, well, then it's void.
Okay. We'll say this instead. You don't have a European Cup competition that still exists.
True.
That's
I agree. Because it's Arsenal, bro. Boys, we speak about it in the GC all the time. Arsenal, they have no ambition. They're a nothing club, boys. I don't know how the fact that we're still the third most successful club in England makes no sense because we have no United and Liverpool are the only two teams ahead of us. We have no ambition. We have no one to win. We bottle the league every single season. We're just terrible. And I I'm gonna go into that.
Let's get there, bro.
Let's get into that, man. Because like he's a good manager, but he's just brainless. Just like his in-game management is poor. His talent ID is terrible. Him and Edu. He's signed a lot of good players, but he signed a lot of shocking players as well. Edu left, good, because Edu's a virus. The fella went and signed Marquinhos. Estevão was there. Flipping Endrick was there. These Brazilian players are there, boys.
Oh my God.
And he went to sign Marquinhos. All Marquinhos does is score and cry and doesn't play football again. And he's gone back to Brazil anyways. It's so bad. He's back in Brazil. I think he signed for Flamengo or something. I don't know who he signed for. What? Yeah, permanent. He's gone, Bro, Nuno Tavares gone. Who else is gone?
You're the guy, Lakonga.
Actually, no. I think Lakonga might be coming back, but he'll be gone though.
What's
Who?
Torreira.
Oh yeah, he's at Galatasaray.
He was actually he was alright.
He was a FIFA player though.
No, he was good. It's just that Emery made Torreira into a 10. I don't know why. Emery's a fraud, but
like Spurs winning the European trophy before y'all though. European trophy before y'all.
Do you know what it is? Yeah.
Like that's a vibe.
No, do you know what it is?
Don't think.
Wait. Let me talk. I've not really spoken like when it comes to ball, bro. No, I have my own view on this whole thing. My thing, like, I back Amarin. Me personally, I back Amarin.
But why?
I'll explain. I'll explain. I feel like,
you're part-time though, right?
No, I'm not part-time. I'm back in though, but like...
No, I felt like if we had won the Europa League, it would have plastered over cracks that we had within the club. And it is clear that Amarin hates these guys with every single bit in his heart. Like, you can tell he does not like the players in the club because the attitude stinks.
He likes man.
Yeah, he likes man to a degree.
For me, that's already kind of a red flag.
No. Do you know?
Better than half of the midfielders that we have at the club, though. And that's saying so.
If we had won the Europa League, it would have plastered over cracks that we had because we came
But there's cracks anyway, so you might as well win.
No, you see the thing is, like a lot of people, I would have been one of them guys. Yo, we came 16th, but we still won a trophy. Do you get me? Like we had a terrible season, but we still won a trophy. Yeah. Despite all that was going on. But with that now says, like, are we going to do anything? Is there anything that's going to change? Some of these players would still be there. Everyone's contract now is getting slashed because we didn't win the Europa League. There's no...
What do you mean?
If we had won the Europa League, Casemiro's contract would have went up to 500k.
Wait, what?
Casemiro's contract would have went up to 500k.
Wait, what did you say?
Casemiro's contract would have went up. Like, he would have got a bonus if we won the Europa.
Source.
Bro, go look at, bro. Use your phone and look at it, bro. Use your phone and look it up now, bro. VAR me, bro. Yeah, hefty pay rise, bro. Bro, that's why, bro. Did you man not see Casemiro that second half of the season, bro? Went from your local boss man to, bro, was fit, bro. He was fit.
I hear what you're saying, right? But one thing that kind of knows me about football fans nowadays is that, like, yes, I hear you back the manager, but there has to be something that you see in order to back.
There's nothing to see.
And I feel like
the fella came into the Premier League thinking he can play 3-4-3 and win. United were 4 points off the top four when he came in. He brought them to bottom half. He's a poxy manager, boys. He's terrible. He's not good.
The series, okay. Why you disagree?
Like, because as somebody that's watched like every game that United have played this season, especially in the Premier, I know we've been shit, but there's actually, like, you can actually see what he's trying to do. I just personally don't think we have the players to do it. Hence why we look so fucking shit. Like,
and we are getting the players. I don't know how much you watch the academy. Remember I was saying in the group chat, when Obi scores his first goal, because a lot of people were trying to say that, what's this Obi guy doing, this and that. But he is miles better than Dolph. I don't care what anybody says, bro. He offers Hoyland.
Swagger, like.
No.
Like, he offers way more. But then also as well, like, the profile that we're trying to build in, we're getting young players like Haven, Euro, and then in the preseason games that.
Wait, let me actually say this to you, right? Because you know, you are saying, oh yeah, just wait till he gets his own players and see what he's gonna do, right? He brought in Patrick Dorgu during the transfer window. That you agree that was his player, right? has he from what you guys been seeing, right? I already know your opinion about this, right? But Patrick Dorgu, right? Has he improved?
He can't cross to save his life. But other than that,
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Based on what you see, okay, obviously.
But he's not the only player that he's signed, by the way.
Okay, who else has he signed?
Haven as well. He brought in Haven as well, bro.
I just think he's
there's potential there.
He's only 19 as well. Like he's raw.
He's raw.
Raw.
Where is he?
19,
bro.
Oh, he's actually 19.
Yeah.
I want
Funny enough, my
the Italian league though.
funny enough,
It was Lens, though.
Lecce, bro. One of my co-workers played with him. I was like, when he told me that, I was like, wait, huh?
You see the thing with Amran, the signings he actually made, they're making sense. All like Heaven, like whatever his name is.
You don't think that was a club signing though?
No, it was him.
No, I don't think so because it's too specific.
It's too specific, like, because you look at Haven, Euro then
they licked in the middle. Like you can kind of see what he's trying to do.
Euro was there before him, no?
Yeah, Euro was there before.
I think that was a club signing. I think
that was a club signing. That was a good signing. Euro's a good signing.
He's unreal. He's serious. But my issue.
They tried to compare him to Saliba though.
His decision making, like.
They tried to compare him to Saliba though.
He doesn't act fast enough.
They tried to compare him to Saliba. That's all I'm saying.
You have to be proactive.
They tried to compare Euro to Saliba. That's all I'm saying.
Who said that?
The United fans tried to compare Euro to Saliba.
Bro, don't listen to those type of
They did.
He hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah.
Real Madrid are like literally all over him. Like for
No, he's a good signing, boys. Like
Euro's good. Like
a good signing. He's a good player.
But like because I know like obviously when like we were in the same spot as where you man were at, right? Also Graham Potter, right? Dark time. That season, boys.
Looking at the GC at those point in time, bro. I remember when he's lost to Wolves. I remember Roddy sending a snap, but he was just vexed.
Those times were dark. I remember, right? There were a lot of Chelsea fans, right, backing Graham Potter, right, and I think there was probably more to back Graham Potter about than there is Amram, in my opinion, right?
I don't
and the reason why I would say that is you know. I'm pretty sure we conceded one of the least amount of goals that season as well, right? I'm pretty sure he was on a 7-game win streak at the start when he came in, right? He was at a very bad hand, obviously with like the 40, 50 plays he had to deal with as well, right? But obviously, like me knowing the standards of Chelsea, look at the players that we had, right? That team was not a team to finish 10th or 11th, whatever. What place did you finish?
13th?
Like that team was not.
Who was there before Power?
It was Tuchel.
You know,
he inherited the team that just won the Champions League.
You know, if Tuchel wasn't there from the start, he would have got relegated.
Yeah, we probably would have got relegated. But we have to take into account Frank Lampard as well.
Statistically speaking, you would have got relegated.
Yeah, we have to take into account Frank Lampard as well because Potter only managed from September all the way to March. Leicester was his final game. Yeah, right. So we have to take into account the last 3 months of the season where Lamps came in as well. But like the first couple of games, I think we were like, bro, I think. He won us the group stage anyway. Came first to the group stage. We got the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Yeah, also just lost to Real. We were on a 7-8 game win streak at the very start. Yeah, obviously me knowing the team, seeing this is the team that's won the Champions League, right? How are we this shit, right? So I'm watching the game. I'm like, bro, this team players are not bad players. Why are we so bad, right? So I'm here thinking to myself like, yo, because I know the quality of the team, right? I can't back this manager. He hasn't given me anything to back, right? So I'm not going to be those kind of fans who be like, oh, just back the manager for the sake of backing the manager. No, show me what to back.
What has he done to warrant?
If you look at United's team, can you look at United's team, although we finished off, what was it, 14th?
15th.
Although we finished 15th, yeah, can you look at United's team and actually tell us like that there's quality there?
No.
I'm not going to say your team is... I'm not going to say your team is quality, right? But what I'm not going to now and agree and say is that team is the 15th place team.
No, bro.
One thing I will say, what's up?
So, the 15, like the 14 teams above us.
Let's check the table really quick.
Look at hold on. Look at our 11.
Yeah.
How many players get into the other? 14,
let's go.
Only Bruno.
Only Bruno and Ahmad.
Only Bruno and Ahmad.
Garnacho as well. You know, there's three teams in the Premier League. There's 3 teams in the Premier League.
Garno.
Okay. Wait. Everton.
No.
Everton.
Ahead of Ilman and Dai. No,
not even that. He getting above McNeil. McNeil was playing that team.
Bro, Dwayne McNeil's a baller.
I agree with you.
Top 6 baller, but he would definitely start Everton. Let's go to you going. Let's go to you. West Ham.
Not starting. Bowen.
You're not starting
Bowen. Kudus and who?
Not starting.
He's not starting for West Ham. Yeah.
Crystal Palace.
Brentford.
No.
Crystal Palace.
Who's left? Who's left?
Isn't
No, Buzz. You're telling me Casemiro's not starting that team? On any of these teams ahead of you guys. Casemiro's not starting any of these teams ahead of you guys.
Palace, no.
You guys need to pick.
Maybe.
Bruno, you guys said that you were.
No. Bruno is the only people.
Mazawari.
The only people.
No one's getting on any of these teams.
No, it's only Bruno and Ahmad.
Look, let's be real, yeah.
All I said was just name the amount of players for me that you pick, and like the 14 teams above us.
Are we talking about? Okay, because obviously you could have one bad season. You could have a bad season.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're a bad player.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Correct, right? So if I'm looking at United's 11, right, and I'm saying, okay, who would I choose to start on these teams that finished above you guys, right? Mason Mount is starting at least on one of these teams, right?
What team though? You see, we're saying names.
Well, Mason Mount has had more than one bad season though.
Okay, so it's like Casemiro done. You have to mean the Casemiro wants to get started on any of these teams over here. Shit.
Casemiro, no. I don't think so.
For the systems, like, bro.
Stop saying the names. That's our issue. We're saying the names, bro. The quality is not there anymore. Like I've been saying it for so. Casemiro probably from 3 years ago.
Bro, Casemiro.
Aren't they the same players?
Casemiro plays football as if it's a hot potato. The fella has no ball retention. He can't pass. He has no ball retention.
The league doesn't show you. I don't believe the league shows your quality. The reason why I'll say that, right, is because.
Wait, so what shows your quality then?
Literally, I'll say that it doesn't show your quality in full, in my opinion, right? Because last season, though, right, around what? When we played you guys. Around December.
When his bet was 4.
No, you guys had us like 4-1.
Yeah,
right.
I remember that.
I think it was Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I was telling you, man, and you man, and I think I can't remember who the specific one. I think it was Abd. I think it was you, right? You man was saying, oh yeah, just your shit. Oh look, we're 10 points ahead of you guys. We have better quality.
I remember that.
And I told you, man, I told you, man, right? You man do not have better quality than us, right? We just have a team that's very unsettled right now. Right, but if we're gonna go player for player, I believe we have the better quality. Once these players get better and once they start to gel, I promise you we'll finish on top of you guys.
But then it takes a season for you to be able to do that. Though. It takes a season for you to be able to do that.
Yeah, of course. But
that means that a season does show.
I'm talking about like the table doesn't show the full picture of your quality. You know, you could have
quality, not consistency, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it shows quality but not consistency.
No, it's just consistency and not quality.
No,
consistency.
Because
bro,
what it shows consistency, not quality. My bad. It shows consistency, not quality.
If you have a team of 11 consistent players,
you'll finish high.
But if you have a team of 11 quality players who are not consistent,
that's United, bro.
Right?
That's not United.
Individual brilliance was saving us, bro. Individual brilliance was saving us.
Yeah, quality was saving us for years.
Yeah,
beforehand. So you can say that somewhat their consistency, just because of their quality, was saving us. But now we have no quality at all, and we have no consistency. That's why we're 15th. And I'd be saying for the longest when we were like 6, 7. I was like, nah, these are not consistent. Yeah, we have the Rashfords, Brunos, and all, but consistency-wise, bro, we're not there, bro.
And we keep forgetting about this, Forget about Amorim, yeah. How many times have like United fans like at the end of the season complained about the players that we have? Why do we think of these players as the ones that are going to bail us out? It's the same players.
And the worst thing about this all, everyone's saying Amorim, but Amorim didn't even want to come in January. He was screaming. He was so bad.
He said, "Come now or forget." That's what they said.
I mean, he does have to. It's not like they had a gun to his head saying, "You better come now, or we're going to shoot you." So like, there has to be. You still choose like.
Obviously, like,
I'm not saying, and I'm like, I agree with that, right? right? But you still have to bear a lot of responsibility because you still decide to coach.
And he did though. He does.
saying it before.
He comes out and he says it as he is.
He said it's gonna be ugly. He said it's gonna be ugly.
He openly says that with his shit. He openly calls us shit, bro.
No, but there's ugly. Yeah, like what he said, there's ugly and then there's this. But don't let's not forget where we started this conversation. We're talking about these Arsenal man.
Yeah, we can't run away from Arsenal.
Fellas just there smiling. Yeah. Well, how long has it been since Arteta won a trophy?
Wait, boys.
Wait, how much?
Before we start going down the United rabbit hole, I just looked on my foot mob and it says Arsenal agrees shock deal to sign struggling Chelsea goalkeeper.
Kepa. That's the headline.
The headline, bro. That's so stinky, bro.
Like I said, no ambition. The fans are cancerous. Cronky's an airhead. Arteta hasn't a clue. Edu's a criminal. If I see Edu, I'm gonna smoke him. Martinelli's shit. Odegaard's a pussy.
How long are you giving Arteta?
This season, if he doesn't win anything this season, he's
Why are
gone.
you still giving him the season though?
Season.
Like,
He deserves
why?
another season.
What more can he show you?
No, because see with me,
His best team was 3 seasons.
You see with me, I'm not a reactionary fan, but I just call it how it is.
Yeah.
And I'm all for giving people time in a sense. The reason why I'm giving Arteta time is because you have to remember he's only a new manager. And you also have to keep the context.
Hold on, what do you mean?
He's only a new manager. He's only been a manager for 5-6 years now.
What about what's his name again? Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
I know. Look.
Look at the draw.
Look. No.
What about Xavi? Xavi inherited a very, very bad Barcelona squad.
It's a good point. You do have a good point. Obviously, I do think you have to kind of compare the leagues though, in a sense where La Liga, the Premier League,
Okay.
like, do you know what I'm trying to
What about
say?
Europa League?
Yeah,
we have to do Europa League.
Look. At the end of the
Xabi
day,
did it in the second season.
at the end of the day, you already know Arsenal in Europe. We have no European pedigree, so it's like shock. Like, do you know what I mean?
FA Cup, Carabao Cup.
Yeah, it's just
Nothing
it's just. Do you know? Is obviously
Community Shield,
the reason why I gave Arteta leeway is because the side he inherited was a very rotten side. Obviously, there's a few people that he let go that I don't agree with. Like, I would have loved for him to give Pepe more of a chance.
Yeah.
I would have loved for him to give Ozil more of a chance. Obviously, we all know Ozil's one was political.
Yeah, that was
I think it was right for Alba to leave because at the end of the day, he got his contract, but he just wasn't playing good anymore.
Yeah.
And look, at the end of the day, he has transformed Arsenal and got us competing again.
Yeah.
But there's so many fried decisions that he does. And it's like, bro, Havertz for 65 million, like, what are you doing, bro? Makes
Yeah,
no
but see the thing is with Havertz. See this thing with the Havertz here. It's so hot and cold because you'll have random in the group chat saying Havertz.
No.
Even Moreno, bro. People were slagging Moreno for time.
Me personally, I like Moreno. I actually think he's a baller. Like, and I've actually been one of the lads that has been back in Moreno.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I don't think he's worth what we spent on him, and I don't understand why we twerked for him to not play his position. He plays better in a position that's not his own. Then when you put him back in the midfield, he's a good midfielder. He's tidy, like he's
for Spain,
technical.
Spain the other day, man.
But see, the problem with Marino is that I think he still thinks he's stuck in Spain because on the ball, he's class on the ball, but he's too slow. He gets nitpicked. He thinks he has way too much time. And in the Premier League, you just get the ball nicked off you. But, like, to be fair, I don't think Marino's been a bad signing, but I just don't agree with the amount he spent on him because the fella's 28 now.
Wait, what?
He's 28, yeah, he's 28.
that long hair.
You know he played in Premier League before.
Really?
He played for Newcastle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
and he flopped.
John Joe Selby.
I think so, yeah. And he flopped. He was a flop for Newcastle. He didn't play well.
Superstar for Newcastle, that is crazy.
Yeah, and obviously he's 28, and we got him for like what 40 million. I don't know, like that's insane. Like,
One for Zubimendi though. I swear you man were meant to. I swear that was all clear.
This is a whole saga now.
Bro, Flair with
he's
Real
not.
Madrid,
He's
like-
not signing for Arsenal. You have to remember, he was supposed to sign for us like the season before last season. He's supposed to sign for Liverpool, but he said no to Liverpool. If he was to leave Real Sociedad, he's going to sign for Real Madrid. He won't sign for Arsenal, and it's mad because it's been confirmed 3 times now that he's going to sign for us. But it's like he's not going to sign.
That's
bro. He's not gonna sign.
some Obi Mikel stuff, man.
I swear there was a here we
There
go.
was a here we go.
Yeah, there was a here we go,
January, like
3 times.
ages ago.
Arsenal have had 3 here we goes now with Zubimendi, and he's still, bro. The fella came out the other day saying that I posted a pic on the beach to show that I'm not getting my medical at Arsenal.
That's a player you're signing.
Nah, he don't rate.
In my opinion, obviously, I think that if we don't get who we need to get, I don't think we'll finish in top 2. I think City are going to win the league next year. Yeah, in my opinion.
You think you will get Gyökeres?
No, we're not getting Gyökeres.
I remember. What do you think of Sesko? Sesko signing.
You man will see about Sesko.
No, forget that.
I don't rate.
Gyökeres has more goals this season than Sesko has in his last 2 seasons. Sesko scored 13 league goals this season, and you're telling me that's the fella that should lead in my 9?
Sesko's not.
No,
I don't rate either.
Gyökeres though, like, why is no one like looking into?
Cause of his wages. His wages. Cause
What's his wages?
I think he's the man in 300k.
What? That's
yeah.
How many goals he scored this season? Like 60 or something?
Guys.
It's because of his age. Because they're not trying to take the.
This is his last
No,
big,
he's 27, 28. Well, it's his last big contract. Yeah, 27, 28.
Let's be serious, man. Like you only had like
this is last big contract.
This
Nah.
is his first really good season.
It's not.
You know,
Last season.
Oh, sorry, last season.
And then season before that as well.
The season before he was on Coventry.
And look at the amount of goals he bagged. Look, I think he bagged like 20, 30 championship goals for the Coventry.
Probably 20 because he broke the. Who broke the record?
It was Mitrovic.
I think Ivan Tony says how.
No, Mitrovic broke that record.
Mitrovic broke the record. Yeah, he still is all right. He definitely scored 30 goals.
Mitrovic
Mitrovic would be a good signing though, my opinion.
Bro,
I think that'd be a good signing.
This is Gyökeres' stats for the last 3 seasons. So the season just gone there, 54 goals, 12 assists in 52 games. And then the season before, in 50 games, 43 goals, 14 assists. And then in Coventry, 50 games, 22 goals, 12 assists. And then, like...
It's decent, bro. If you're going to spend 20 million, 20k on somebody, get Oshie, man, like...
he wants more though.
I think that's...
For me,
he just turned 27 as well.
Gyökeres.
Yeah, just turned 27.
That's prime age, bro. Like for me, my 3 striker like options would be either Gyökeres, Isak, or Osimhen. Obviously,
he's missed with.
That was a
perfect signing. You missed with him.
I know.
Before he went to
but to be fair, we're only talking about hindsight. How do we know he would have been as good as he is?
He was banging it for Southside though. He was banging for Southside.
The thing is,
it took him a while to find his feet.
The season where Arsenal linked to him, he scored like what 7 goals, 6 goals.
No, but as a talent though, as a talent, you can see.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, guys.
Where Isak showed he was that guy was at the Euros with Sweden. Remember the dribble he did.
Of course, yeah. But we'll just talk about hindsight now. There's nothing to say that he would have been as good as he is right now. Arsenal, like, there's nothing to say that.
You know,
but like talent is never enough, bro. Havertz was class, freaking
by Leverkusen.
That's why Arsenal. That's why Chelsea.
To be honest, man. Yeah, that's why Chelsea got him because Havertz was class at Bayer Leverkusen. You know, he had the talent.
Just stay away from the Bundesliga.
Yeah, no, Sesko's just look.
Timo
Werner, Nkunku, Havertz.
At the end of the day, if he signs, I'm gonna back my club, but. Like, that's just, like, if he signs, it just tells me all I need to know about Arteta. Like, there's a fella there that has 97 goals in 102 games. And you want to sign the person that has 27 goals across 2 seasons. So that makes sense. I
think it low-key is though. I think it
forget the whole style of play thing.
I think you see in
forget the whole style of play thing, bro.
In their position, they should be going for like.
We need a 9.
No, I don't think so.
We do.
They just need the goals.
Yeah,
do you know why?
Because he takes up. Because if you watch a lot of Gyökeres' goals, he takes up
the flanks.
The flanks a lot.
That's good because Martinelli's shit. What does Martinelli actually do, bro? Bro, Martinelli is a winger that gets praised more for his defensive ability than his attacking ability.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Arteta wants to play with a winger though. He likes to play with a winger.
So then why didn't you get Kvaratskhelia? Because Kvaratskhelia does exactly what Arteta wants to do.
But we all know, right?
Because Kroenke's an airhead, and we have no ambition.
Yeah. We all know Arsenal not going to pay Kvaratskhelia freaking
wage, I'm trying to say.
Even his release clause, transfer set 80 mil, was it 70 mil?
Something like that, bro.
When have Arsenal ever spent that much on a winger?
Pepe.
When have we ever spent? Yes, 17 mil.
That was even bill pay.
When was that? When was that? 2019?
Yeah, 2019, yeah.
2018.
No, I think it's 2019. No, but to be fair, at the time when we signed Pepe was hot. He scored 20 league goals that season. He scored 20 league goals that season.
Was it not 14?
Nah, 20s.
Penalties, no. And 8 of them was penalties, no.
I'm not too sure.
In the league or in the
league? Yeah. He scored 20 goals in the league.
It was like 14, 15.
Nice. He scored 20 league goals in league. To be fair.
Yeah.
But like Yeah, man. I don't
He
know.
scored some decent goals for Arsenal as well, man. Them free kicks were.
Yeah, scored decent goals, but I just don't feel like Pepe got given a proper chance. But then again, I think he did get given a chance and he didn't take it. So obviously Saka came and look.
Well, like you know, when I look at some of the academy products that were coming out of Arsenal, like Reece Nelson, especially Reece Nelson, right? He was a baller. Like, what went wrong with him?
He was the star boy before Saka.
Yeah, like I remember him baller.
I just think that after he came back from his loan in Germany, I just think injuries just killed him. Yeah. And then again, also when he was playing, when he was consistently in the squad, because I remember he was consistently on the bench for the 23-24 season.
No, so it was the season before. It was the season before that. So it was 22-23.
No, he was 22.
That
was 23-24.
No, that's 20.
No, that's 2020.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
22-23. Yeah. So 22-23, when he was consistently in the squad.
Yeah.
When he was playing, he didn't have the confidence. Like he'd get the ball and he wasn't confident being his man. And it's like, this isn't the Reece Nelson that I grew up watching. Whereas like, let's say Martinelli at the time, Martinelli would get the ball and just run past him.
He was banging,
You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas Nelson would get the ball, he wasn't doing anything with the ball. So I think his injuries had an effect on his confidence, you know? And obviously now went alone to Fulham and he got injured at Fulham as well. So he's one person I want to see do well, but it's just going to be hard.
ESR as well, man.
He's like
24.
He's 24, 25.
Yeah.
He's young, man.
He's young, yeah.
Damn.
That's one thing about I feel like Arsenal, they kind of do like, they don't really know how to manage their young talents when they come out. I remember they were doing that to Iwobi. Like, they didn't manage his career well at all.
Because you know what it is, you all just gas them to the point of no return, like to the point where they have, a string of bad games, which is very normal for a young player to have, to the point where it's like, man, your fans just start berating them.
Yeah, but United fans are doing that with Garnacho and Kobe.
I want to ask you a question. Actually, I seen this on my Instagram. I was scrolling. Abu Dhabi. If he didn't have his injuries, do you think him and Wilshere, if they didn't have their injuries, do you think that could have propelled Arsenal to a bit more success within that time period?
No, because we still had no defenders. We had Scalacci at the back, and we had Mertesacker was good. We had Scalacci. Sanya, Mertesacker, Koscielny, Clichy, they were all good. But we had the likes of Andre Santos, Socrates, Mustafi, Jesus Christ,
Diaby was way before Mustafi.
Was way before that, but obviously Wilshere was kind of like...
He would have grown into that period.
But like...
Rosicky was before.
It was in that period, that time period.
Like we had William Gallas, centre back, number 10, captain.
Wait,
number 10.
Gallas wore number 10.
Yes, number 10.
For Chelsea, what he did for Arsenal,
Gallas.
Forgive me.
Gallas was
what he did for Arsenal?
He was terrible.
If y'all are too young to remember that, right?
A centre back with number 10 is
Bro basically just gave up the league for Arsenal, man. But he basically said, you know what? They don't pay me, screw this, man. Bro just said bye.
You know, he was like Rudy. What's in the cooler? But them defenders, they make a mistake and they just chewing their gum.
It was class for Chelsea though.
No,
class.
Just chewing.
No, imagine that. This was the transfer. We gave them Gala for Ashley Cole.
Oh wow,
that was a transfer. Yeah, that was a transfer.
Like people always talk about RVP, like obviously going to United or wherever, but I think Arsenal fans therefore regret that Ashley Cole transfer.
For sure, man.
Oh yeah, therefore. Look at they treat him like, bro. But it wasn't his fault though.
It wasn't Ashley Cole's fault. It was the club. Yeah. The club had no ambition. They told Ashley Cole that they're gonna pay him this, and then
Ronnie, you crashed his whip because of that.
They shook on it. They shook on it, and then they turned around to him and said, "Yeah, we're not going to pay you what we promised you. Why won't I leave? I'll leave, bro. I'll leave." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Arsenal, we're just. I love the club, but you just have to be open and honest about the club, bro. Like we have no ambition. We don't want to win anything. We're just happy to be there.
See, people your age, I don't know how you actually support them though. How do you?
I just love them.
Henry sold them at.
Nah, not Henry. Not Henry. I didn't grow up watching Henry. I grew up watching Santi Cazorla. Santi Cazorla is
RVP and all
Santi Cazorla is my favorite player of all time.
Yeah, he's serious.
He like made me proper fall in love with Arsenal. But even before Santi Cazorla came, like I've been watching Arsenal since, like I remember my first ever season watching Arsenal was when United beat us in the semi-final Champions League when they won against Ronaldo free kick
5-1 or something like that, aggregate.
Yeah, that was my first season
Ronaldo's
watching.
free kick.
So I remember. So I've watched Arsenal for as long as I can remember.
Almeria was in there. What's his name?
Almunia.
Yeah.
So I've seen Nasri leave, Sané leave, RVP, Sanchez. I've seen all of them leave, bro.
And nothing, man.
Like I remember. I never forget the day Ozil signed for Arsenal.
Oh, like, that was a big thing.
Bro, that transfer deadline day was hot.
Never forget.
Scorching.
Remember, I had a match. These times I was playing for St. Francis. Had a match, and I went there with my dad. Obviously, he dropped me. We played, came back, just seen Ozil on the big screen. And I remember the reporter was there. See all the Arsenal fans behind them. I was so hyped, and I'll never forget. I think his debut against Sunderland. Got Drew assist. I was like, yeah, Ozil's here.
I just remember Ozil that
Yellow
Arsenal,
jersey.
Yellow jersey.
Yeah.
And then I'll never forget when Sanchez signed for Arsenal. I think Sanchez signed and Ozil signed. And
That was a crazy.
Sanchez, Ozil, Aubameyang, and Cazorla. Them four signing for Arsenal were like the highlight of my career growing up for Arsenal fan. Obviously, other than the fact then when we won the FA Cup, I remember when Cazorla especially signed for Arsenal, I was binge watching his videos. I remember there was one specific free kick he scored against Real Madrid for Malaga. I couldn't stop watching it. Then I just fell in love with Cazorla. Then I remember, I think he scored against Liverpool when we beat them 2-0. This is the last time Arsenal beat Liverpool at Anfield in the league, by the way. I think this
2013.
Yeah, 2013. Podolski scored and
Even a Podolski signing. But those two was
Respect, yeah,
man.
But yeah, like I just grown up in the trenches. That's why I'm a bit more lenient with Arsenal now, because I've seen us come up from absolutely nothing to actually at least challenging, at least less challenge. But now we've gone from less challenge to we need to actually flip and win.
You're sounding like Wenger's end of the period, man, where it was just challenging for top 4.
No, but like no, but like we need to win now. Like we need to win.
This season, were you man challenging? Do you think?
This season,
do you mind challenge for the league?
Did we challenge for the league this season?
Do you think?
I think like I think no. Arsenal were never first this season. I think. See this season, right? What I'd say is it's Arteta's fault and it's Kroenke's fault. And the reason why I say it's them two's fault is because I said at the start of the season, if we don't make the signings necessary that we need to make, injuries are going to come up to us. I said it to all the boys as well, all the Arsenal fans. I said it. If we don't get back up now, if we don't sign depth, it's going to cost us. And look what happened. Saka was out for 3 months. Odegaard was out. Marino broke his shoulder the first day he came in. Gabriel out. Jesus ACL. Havertz injured.
That
He was thinking anyways.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and like the worst part of everything is that Partey managed to stay fit.
Yeah.
So when we need a Partey in the past, this guy was always injured.
So like, what are your expectations going into next season? Like, what do you think needs to be done?
We're cooked. We're not winning anything.
Really?
We're not winning anything.
You're like, you give up.
City have signed Chekri and Rangers.
Yeah.
And Liverpool
They signed Aïnouri. Liverpool are about to sign Vert and they've got Frimpong. And they're going to sign Kirkers. We haven't signed. We've signed Kepa. What are we gonna do?
No, but you have to remember those two teams are in the Club World Cup. So the
I understand,
just literally just open.
No, Liverpool aren't. Liverpool, it's just C.
Liverpool are not in it.
No, they're not in
Just
it.
us and City.
It's just Chelsea and C.
Well, look at us carrying England once again, man.
Keep up,
Keep up, man.
man. What are you doing?
He's get knocked out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Nah, we're gonna win it, man. We've done the rounds. We've done the rounds.
You guys have the
Bro, you were still sucking Tolman. You guys were up there, man. We just stop, like.
Nah,
we
bro.
just stop.
I watch United, bro.
We just stop, man.
Yeah.
Your United era is post Ferguson.
No.
Your United era.
Not me. I'm a 2000 baby, man. Not me.
Yeah, you. So I remember
You were
that.
an Arsenal fan.
I remember that 2013 season clearly, bro.
When did you have
You
this
go
remember that
Arsenal fan, please.
Where's that picture?
Wait, how old are you?
Arsenal fan.
Wait, how old are you?
He's
23.
How old are you?
24.
How old are you?
22, bro.
24?
22.
22?
Wait,
I'm 23.
Wait, so how old were you when United won the league the last time?
I would have been 13.
Oh, so you've clearly seen
I was
it.
11, bro.
Oh, so they clearly saw
No,
it
but I'm
then.
talking about like as in like that's the only
My first season
of feeling success
I
was
feel success.
that Premier League win.
Nah, it was.
Yeah, but at least they have. I haven't seen us do anything.
0708. That was my first success.
How convenient, isn't it? How convenient. That was the first season, yeah. How cool. What did you?
I was six.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was 6. I was in.
Why do calculations?
Wait, I was in senior. I was senior.
You were 6 years old and you remember to success.
You know Adam Stenson.
Yeah, no, but to be fair, I started watching Arsenal when I was 6. When I was 5, 6 as well. That's my earliest memories of Arsenal.
Yeah, shout out Adam Stenson.
That's like
United won. That was there. United.
But I thought you grew up an Arsenal fan though.
Nah, like the story. I don't.
Wait.
United fans are the biggest glory hunters.
Why am I United fan?
Yeah, why you United fan?
We're winning.
Like
So why?
my life, yeah. I didn't know. You see, before I didn't know nothing about United being the best. Like Ma's life, I didn't come up. For me, it was Arsenal. I'd be saying it. My thing was like, oh, Arsenal. Since I'm seeing it from my cousins and all, Henri on these posters. I was like, oh shit, I might have to support Arsenal. My dad is all Wenger, like the French. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, so does your dad support Arsenal?
My dad support Arsenal.
So how do you not support the same team as your dad?
Listen,
that's a crime.
Look at this guy. No, but I just want to know though, right? You're talking about
the story. His story is
wait, you're giving all this backstory, right?
Oh.
So then you died 07, 08 season. You just suddenly just
no. That's
felt the success of my team.
No. But obviously that's when we won. That was the first time I felt success.
No, but like there's no backstory.
Let him talk, bro.
Let me say the
Let me say the story.
I don't want to say it again. Don't ask me about this again. Because every time you ask me, never again.
Because did you see what he's made it?
This guy's a very hotel man.
Go.
I didn't even know about United being the best. For me, it was Arsenal. So obviously Arsenal, I've seen Arsenal from my cousins, boom. Then after I was like, I'm in this jersey, this Vodafone jersey, I even have it. One gospel band, shout out to them. Yeah, they wore it. That was my thing. Shout out to them, yeah. I was like, this jersey, I'm seeing it too much, yeah. Then I remember watching it with my older brother. I was like, who's this Ronaldo fella? I've been seeing this jersey too much. Ronaldo was like cook. I was like, and this is my team. Then from then on, I done research. I was like,
So
United.
the reason.
Yeah, I've said it.
Wait, so at what point did you start
Ronaldo and the gospel band? Ronaldo and the gospel
When I
band.
first watched United, it was like 06, 07.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Won the league.
United won.
United won the league that season. No, Chelsea won the league that
season.
season.
You see, I don't even remember that league. That league win. I don't remember that one.
I think you're correct.
Chelsea won the league 04, 05 and 06.
And we did 05, 06.
But then United won
06, 07. You guys
We don't trouble at that point.
But I don't remember 06, 07. Being honest, I don't remember the league win or anything. I wasn't tapped in. I wasn't tapped in.
So 06, 07.
That was the first time I watched Ronaldo.
So you didn't feel the success of that season? You didn't feel that?
I said that was the first I seen.
Okay, so I'm asking you, did you feel the success of that season?
I wasn't tapped in.
Okay, so you tapped in 07, 08.
07, 08.
So you felt the success.
That's when I was watching it. I was tapped in. I was like, okay.
That's when you won the Champions League, innit? 07, 08.
Won the league and Champions League.
So basically, you glory hunted that because the season. But 06, 07, you need to win the league, innit?
No, cause I didn't tap in, bro.
You just said you knew you didn't win the league.
No, I said I didn't. Cause I wasn't.
Okay, you didn't win the league.
But I didn't know shit about United.
So 07, 08, that's when.
07, 08 is when I started watching United like every like weekly and obviously Champions League. I remember like a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because obviously like they stay. I remember they stay.
Yeah, of course.
There was a lot of Chelsea fans and United fans. Obviously, shout out Jordan, but all them were United fans. Jerome was there as well. Like I was like, okay, I was like, say no more. Then after I was watching it, then United ended up being the greatest. I was like, this is my team. Yeah, so that was my story with United.
No problem.
Coming to school after United Champions League nights, man, they were very nice, man. But I'll never forget when we lost to Bayern, and when Robin scored that goal to put us out on away goals. I was so hurt.
That was
2010. Yeah, no.
2009. That's when Inter Milan versus Bayern final.
Yeah, it's when I think Bayern Munich used to wear that T-Mobile jersey.
I remember. That was such an ugly jersey, man.
Yeah. That team was just...
Doing that hurt me the most was the Real game. Remember the 2013?
That game was just weird, bro.
Is that when Welbeck scored?
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
Is that when Ronaldo celebrated against you all? Yeah,
he did celebrate. He did celebrate.
He did celebrate that for that one.
Oh, yeah, and then he scored in Old Trafford as well.
Yeah, he scored Old Trafford.
He celebrated on one of them though. Ronaldo
in Spain. No, when he was in Spain, he celebrated.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. When he came back to Old Trafford, you don't that.
Yeah,
when they wore the green jersey.
Yeah, no. In Spain, he celebrated, bro.
He celebrated in Spain.
Yeah, I guess it was a head against Everton, right?
Yeah.
But that game was that that was the first game. Yeah,
that was the first game. Yeah.
Yeah, he celebrated.
Then the second one, he was like, obviously.
Respect.
Anyway, yeah. So we conclude that you're a glory hunter, yeah?
Nah. I don't believe. If I knew United were the best and I went for them, for me it was Arsenal. If I went for Arsenal, I would have admitted, I was a glory hunter. But for me, it was actually just.
We had no glory hunting then, though. For Arsenal, we hadn't won anything since.
No, but you see, the thing is, I was just seeing at the time. I was just seeing like Arsenal everywhere. Like,
yeah, but that's just natural. Then that's not really glory hunting.
Yeah, so regardless, I wouldn't have.
How did you start supporting Chelsea actually, Roddy?
My family.
Already? Oh yeah.
My whole family supports Chelsea, so.
Why? So just
because of the Drogba, you know.
Bro, you know how it is. Yeah, in Niger, bro, everyone supports Chelsea, man. I'd like.
I beg to differ.
Huh? Nah, Chelsea's the most supported team in Niger. They did a stat.
It's Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah, Chelsea and Arsenal, but Chelsea's like the more than Arsenal. They did the statistics already.
I don't think so.
I think it
Where's
is.
the
They did the stats, bro. Yeah, they came out with statistics. Yeah, Chelsea's the most supported. I'm pretty sure Chelsea's actually top 3 most supported teams in Africa as well. Chelsea.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Arsenal is definitely.
Yeah, Arsenal's up there as well. Yeah,
It's mainly Drogba, that's why.
yeah, and Obi Mikel, the black players played there,
United
man.
don't really have Africans like that, do they?
No.
Just the English boys, man.
Yeah.
They like the guys with the comb overs and all.
I think Wenger was probably the first. No, I think it was Mourinho was probably like the first. No, it was Wenger.
It was Wenger.
No, Mourinho elevated to a whole different level. Like, we just
No.
Wenger.
Wenger.
Wenger was the first.
Wenger fielded the first like all black 11.
Wenger.
It was
No,
Wenger,
but like I'm
yeah.
saying, like African players. Like
Yeah, but even
Mourinho
regardless, it was Wenger,
Mourinho
though.
elevated that man. Like, I'm not saying he was the first.
Yeah.
Wenger was the first, obviously. I'm saying Mourinho just elevates a whole new level.
he made
of
Chelsea
just
a black-
loving the
Yeah,
black.
but
the
even
African players.
before that, because Chelsea was always a racist club. Arsenal was always a black club, even before Wenger, anyways.
Oh, yeah, with that
Because
centre-back and all.
Rocastle, Ian Wright, obviously
That
Henri
centre-back.
What's
was there.
his name? Kanu as well.
So Campbell.
Yeah, Kanu as
Campbell. Yeah, like Kanu's the reason why I support Arsenal because Kanu was Nigerian. Kanu's Igbo. I'm Igbo.
Yeah.
So obviously, naturally, my dad obviously starts supporting Kanu.
Yeah.
Starts supporting Arsenal. Then that's why I support Arsenal as well. So that's why I feel like a lot of Nigerians support Arsenal because of Kanu.
Yeah, obviously, like the same way a lot of Nigerians support Chelsea because of John Obi Mikel.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
They follow him to
And that's why, like, even like a lot of the francophone people support Arsenal because of Henri, Petit,
that is
Lauren. Even though Lauren is, I swear Lauren is Senegalese, but still francophone, like John say. So yeah.
Henri had the streets for real.
Yeah, he had the streets on lock.
Greatest Premier League player of all time.
Who's the? I was just gonna ask you that. Who's the goal in Premier League?
Henri.
Henri as well.
Premier League, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say top 3.
Top 3. Me is Suarez, Ronaldo, and Henri.
For what?
Okay, let's start from John.
Greatest Premier League player of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Henri, Wayne Rooney. The third one was always tough for me, bro. I don't lie. I actually don't know.
CR7?
I don't, bro. Like, probably, but I don't want to sound like
Yeah.
I'm biased because, like, there's actually been quality. Like,
Yeah.
probably, like, you can look at Aguero as well. Like, players like that, bro.
I don't. Me from personally, I always say Suarez, man. Suarez, Henri, and
How long was
CR7.
Suarez there? 4 years?
3-4 years.
Is that, you think that's enough?
To be honest.
But man, the things he did in that Premier League, bro. Like for me, just it's like seeing the things he did during that time, the goals he was scoring.
So it's
the
about
team
who we saw, because if it's not about who we saw, me, I have my 3.
Oh, I don't. I think like.
Oh wait,
I was not gonna say like.
Let's say who we saw because we can't really say like Alan Shearer. We know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like the Alan
Who I
Shearer.
saw,
Like that, like,
Who I saw personally, I would say Aguero, Sanchez. I'm gonna be biased and say Sanchez. Aguero, Sanchez,
Sanchez.
Who I saw, Aguero, Sanchez,
Ben
and Wayne,
Hazard.
and Wayne Rooney.
Wait.
I'm not saying Sanchez. I'm not saying Sanchez better than Hazard. I'm saying Sanchez just to be biased. But I definitely put Aguero and Rooney there. I'll just put Aguero and Rooney there. Okay. No, I'm putting Aguero and Rooney because they have to be there.
Yeah.
But I'm just putting Sanchez there because I saw Sanchez week in, week out. That fella carried my club. Like he carried my club. Hazard is better than Sanchez, but stats is low key on Sanchez's side. But obviously we know we don't watch football with just stats. We watch football with our eyes. Okay. But Sanchez, but Sanchez still has an argument with Hazard because Sanchez wasn't a Salah. Sanchez was a Hazard type of player.
Sanchez was an
I
inside.
get what you're saying at that point. Sanchez
One has 2 Premier Leagues. The other doesn't.
No, I know, but Sanchez isn't like Salah in the sense of like if he played. If he didn't score, he'd play. Even if Sanchez didn't score, he still played class.
Of course.
And even if you want to bring to Premier League, bro, you can bring that up. Sanchez won the La Liga with Barcelona. He won the Serie A with Inter Milan, and he
I swear Hazard won the La Liga with Real, no?
and he was injured. And he
won.
And Sanchez
Mariano won.
Sanchez beat Messi twice the Copa America, bro.
Yeah, I kind of.
So if it was me personally,
It's a team sport,
Sanchez had a better career than Hazard.
Career.
Yes, he did.
Career,
yes.
Let's slow down.
He did.
No.
He did.
No.
He's not a bad player. He's not a bad player.
Slow down.
He's not a bad player.
Domestically and stuff.
He's not a bad player, but Sanchez had a better career.
The trophy cabinet.
Trophy cabinet,
Let's talk
100%.
about the medals then.
Because you won a Barca.
Hazard
That's why.
had what, Champions League?
No, he didn't have Champions League.
He didn't have Europa League.
Who, Sanchez?
No, Hazard's Champions League for Real Madrid.
No. Let's not be, because if we're going to claim La Liga for Sanchez, you're talking about 2012, 2013,
And he was heavily involved in
He was
that.
right winger, bro.
He was heavily.
left-
He scored against Atletico Madrid. Do niggas not remember this?
Pedro, Sanchez, and Messi.
And Messi, yeah. Sanchez was heavily involved in the La Liga win.
I remember.
He was heavily involved in that win, bro. He wasn't just a part. He was heavily involved in that La Liga win, bro.
Yeah, no.
He was heavily involved. How many goals he scored that season?
He was involved, bro. I remember that.
He was heavily involved.
Okay, so he has La Liga.
He has a Liga. He has. I think Sanchez has a Liga, 2 Copa Americas, 3 FA Cups. Are we gonna count Community Shields?
3 FA Cups.
3 FA Cups?
Yeah.
Wait,
Actually, no. 2 FA Cups. 2 FA Cups. Yeah, 2 FA Cups.
Whoa, no.
No. 14, 15. 14, 15.
All 14, 15.
Because when he scored against Aston Villa.
Was that not because Chelsea did double that season? No, Premier League and FA Cup. No.
Chelsea won the league in 2015.
14, 15 was the league and FA Cup.
Nah, because Arsenal won the league in 2013-14. Then we done it again the week after.
Arsenal won the league.
No, the FA Cup. Arsenal won the FA Cup 2013-14.
So I remember there was a season where we won the Premier League and FA Cup.
Is it not 17-18?
17-18 probably, yeah. Because Arsenal beat Chelsea.
16-17.
16-17 Arsenal won the FA Cup again.
No, 17-18 we won the FA Cup.
Yeah, but 16-17 we beat Chelsea to win the FA Cup.
15-16 United won the FA Cup.
16-17 Arsenal beat Chelsea to win the FA Cup. Because I remember 013-14 in 2014 beat Hull. In 15,
okay, right. It was Arsenal 4-0 against Villa.
Against Villa, yeah.
Was
2 FA Cups
there?
Yes.
Oh, he was.
He scored. Yeah. He scored.
That's 2 FA Cups.
He scored in both finals. Yeah, he scored against Chelsea.
Hazard had 2 FA Cups as well.
Okay. 2
Premier Leagues.
Now, that's good. But Sanchez also has 2 domestic trophies.
Huh?
Sanchez has 2 domestic leagues, Serie A and La Liga. I think he won Serie A twice though.
He didn't even contribute like that.
In the Serie A.
He was shit, bro. He barely even played, man.
He revived his career at Inter, bro. I'll be real.
Sanchez at Inter.
Yeah, remember it was him and Lukaku.
He was good.
No, with Martinez and Lukaku, we just stopped.
No, but he was there though. Sanchez was there.
He was there.
He wasn't.
He wasn't amazing. He was like a squad player, but
He wasn't amazing. He wasn't amazing, but he was still involved.
He was involved.
He played 3 games.
Champions League Hazard, he was involved.
No, because Hazard was injured, bro.
He was involved though. He was involved that season.
Okay, are we gonna count the Champions League then?
What counted? Like,
Well,
we're gonna count Sanchez with that.
It's not the same.
With Serie A though.
It's not the same metric.
They were a squad.
It's not the same metric though, because Sanchez actually played. Hazard was injured.
Hazard played.
He was injured.
He didn't play as much, but he played.
Anyways, look, Sanchez 2 Copa Americas.
Okay,
Hazard didn't win anything for his country.
that's fair.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That's
So
fair.
I think that was a golden.
That was a
gen-
good-
and that was the golden generation.
Belgium, that's not talked about enough, man. Belgium not winning anything with that squad.
France.
Why?
France were
Why?
there.
Well, like, bro, there was
De Bruyne.
So like that just goes back to my point. I personally think that Sanchez had a better career than Hazard, personally. But I'm not saying Hazard's a better player.
One was being compared to Messi. I mean, to Messi and Neymar. The other one, I don't know, man.
No, but Sanchez wasn't far off though.
I don't know, man.
He wasn't though.
No, he wasn't far off. No.
The way his career slightly
Declined. That's why. If Sanchez had won the league, if we'd have won the league in 2015-16 ahead of Leicester, then I think Sanchez would eclipse Hazard personally.
Huh?
I think Sanchez would have eclipsed Hazard. If we won the league in 2015-16, Sanchez would have eclipsed Hazard. Because Sanchez in the Premier League has better stats than Hazard, I'm pretty sure. Hazard has never scored 20 plus goals. Sanchez scored 24 goals.
Sanchez doesn't have a European trophy though.
Yeah, but Hazard doesn't have an international trophy for his country.
That's fair, man. Okay.
So like, John trying to say.
So does that mean at one point Ronaldo had a better trophy cabinet than Messi?
Of course not. But like, that's what I'm trying to say.
Criteria.
I do think Sanchez had a better career. I just don't think he's not a better player. I agree with that.
Yeah, I hear.
But then again, though, Sanchez isn't a player that's just stats. Like, he might not score an assist, but he still have a good game.
But Hazard was a king 10 times better at doing that than Sanchez was though. He was Hazard's the king of that.
I wouldn't say 10 times better.
He has the most man of the matches after Messi.
At that time period, right? 2014, 15, all the way to 2019, right? Hazard was the Premier League, most dribbles, most take-ons, most man of the matches, most he was a player.
That goal against Liverpool in the Carabao.
We also need to remember though, like Hazard stunk up the gaff, and they both did.
Yeah, season.
The season that...
But he was injured though.
And as well,
against Leicester.
He still scored a goal that stopped you from winning the league.
Yeah, but he was injured though.
That stopped winning.
Like, we'll talk about injuries though. If we talk about injuries, he was injured that season a lot. He barely even played that season.
And he was ass anyways.
Yeah, but like he was injured a lot of the times that season. But like fully fit Hazard, like...
They were targeting him in the league. Hazard.
Yeah.
that
Always fouling him and stuff.
Fouling.
Trying to break him up in the league all the time.
It is well, Sha.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us here. Episode 14. Obviously, with Mr. Southside himself.
Our first
Thank
guest.
you for coming up.
Hopefully you don't get angry at us.
But yeah, thank you for having us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, we out, man. We out.